Okay, so we continue. It's very long halacha. Very long. We continue with Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, Siman 59 and CF7. And the topic is when we say Chatov Chametiv blessing. So which is who is good and does good, right? Meaning that the blessing when you benefit, right? So the last thing we say just one second. No, the last thing we say Baruch and Chayemes when somebody is dying. But before that we said, for example, a person had a son, right? The son was born to his wife, so he said Chatov Chametiv, right? So this blessing meaning this boy is going to be good for the whole family, for him and his wife. That's the main thing. Okay, continue. Next, CF number 7. If one build or purchase a home or purchase valuable utensil or clothing, even if already owns similar item previously, as long as he never owned this very item themselves, this means to exclude item that he once owned, sold, and then repurchased, and he is happy with their acquisition. He recites Shehecheyanu blessing. One who recites the blessing on at the time of the purchase, or at the time of the building new home, at the completion of the construction, although he has not yet used the items, for the blessing was instituted only as a means of expressing thanks for a joy in one's heart at the purchase, not at the enjoyment that results from using the item. Okay, and it's very actually it's a key sentence, the last one. Okay, so let's do from the beginning. There are many commentaries, and we're going to explain. So again, we're blessing Hashem for giving us this joy, right? Whatever is it. Okay, so let's see. If one builds a purchase a home, so usually like a house, like or apartment, whatever is it. So it's always a big thing in a person's life, right? So okay, so let's see. Or purchase valuable utensils, whatever is valuable. We're going to see for him. Many for like if it's a poor person and he got a new like set of pots with some like cooking pots. So for him it's like the seventh heaven, right? For other people they change it like every 2 years. Like, what is the big deal, right? They don't want to wash it, and they just throw out and get new ones. But for this person, yes, it's a big deal. So let's see. So or purchase valuable utensil or clothing. Okay, so what is about clothing? One who purchased new car should recite Shehecheyanu blessing if the car will be benefit for other family members. As well, he should recite Chatov Chametiv. Rebbe Moshe Orachaim, part 3, chapter 80. So meaning you bought a new car. So it depends only if you're going to drive to work, like if it's your work car, for example, right? And that's one thing. So you say Shehecheyanu. Shehecheyanu, again, it's only for good for me, and Chatov Chametiv is for other people are going to benefit. If you bought a family car and other people are going to use, for sure you say Chatov Chametiv. So a car is usually big purchase. Okay. So again, so if person really gets a joy, right? If he does not get a joy, she does not get a joy per purchasing your car, I don't know. So don't say it. Okay. So one more time, for build a purchase a home, to purchase valuable utensils. So we said whatever utensils are valuable for that person, or clothing. Okay. Even if he already owned similar items previously, so meaning person gets another one. I don't know what would be example. Maybe he had chairs and he got more chairs, right? More beautiful because Baruch HaShem, family extended, and he needs more beautiful chairs. Okay, possible, right? So he says a blessing. Previously, as long as he never owned these very items themselves. So of course, right? So in olden days, people would sell like used products because to manufacture everything was like a manual. So it was big deal, but they on the one hand, on the other hand, they were very good quality. It's not like very cheap quality. And right, so like you, and one thing you can use for generations. So I had some things. Did I? Yeah, I mean it was not ours, but whatever. So somebody gave it to us, so it was like for like very old items, like very old, but it's like like very good quality, like piece of furniture, very good quality. Okay, so maybe he sold it to somebody else, and now he repurchased. So in this case, you don't say the blessing. So commentators say even if they were owned by another, as long as they're new to him, he's required to recite the blessing. So even as we said on used things, there is no problem. You can say the blessing. Okay, they use for somebody else, but for you it's new. This means to exclude the item that once owned and sold and they repurchased. So, okay, no problem. So if it was once yours, you sold it, then you bought it back, don't say the blessing. And he is happy with the acquisition. Okay, so commentary, see below, CF12, so we're on 7 now, that it will vary according to the circumstances of each individual. So some people, so I have a neighbor, like next to me, they are very rich people, and he said that we finally decided to buy an apartment. I mean, they bought actually the whole house. Very rich people, because he said I feel very bad like every summer. So he lives in he's Arab in what is it, Emirates, United Emirates, right? And he said every summer I would bring my family, because she's she's local, right? And then I furnish it, and at the end of the summer I have to throw all of the furniture out. That's what he would do, like every summer. Like he said, he said, what a waste! It's $30,000. I said, $30,000. Whoa, that's bigger than my income. You understand? And it's only for the furniture, all these things, whatever he needs, and then throw it to the garbage. Very interesting. Right, so for him, he would not say Shehecheyanu, this blessing, or Hatov Hametiv on this furniture. Very interesting. Okay, so as it says here, it depends on the acquirer. So he recites Shehecheyanu blessing. Okay, so if it's only for him, so commentary said if the items purchased were for the use of his family as well, then Hatov Hametiv is recited. So that's the fourth formula. Say Bir Halacha 223. Okay, if the purchase was made in a partnership with others, each of the partners should recite Hatov Hametiv as a benefit shared among them. Okay, so I'm not sure. Maybe what are they purchased as a partners. Okay. Similarly, if the community built a new synagogue, the entire community must recite the blessing. It's very interesting. In this case, the blessing is recited aloud by Chazan in the presence of the community, thus fulfilling the obligation. Mishnah Berurah 2:3:11. Very interesting, right? So they build a new synagogue, right, or yeshiva, wherever they built. So Chazan would say blessing, and everybody would answer amen and be included in this blessing. One should recite the blessing in the time of the purchase. So meaning at the time of the purchase, maybe the purchase was not even delivered, right? One should recite the blessing at the time of the purchase, or in the case of the building new home at the completion of construction. So, okay. Although he has not yet used the item. So you purchased, let's say, a new car, so you pay the money, but they have to ship it or bring whatever is it, right? So, but you already can say this Hatov Hametiv blessing. For the blessing was instituted only as the means of expressing thanks for the joy in one's heart at the purchase, not an enjoyment as a result from using the item, right? So it's all usually the biggest joy, and when you get thing, when you start using, maybe you don't like it that much, right? And maybe it was a waste of money, right? A waste of time, maybe, right? So, but the enjoyment from the feeling when you're getting something, so that's for sure. So that's when you say the blessing. Commentary: the blessing is recited at the time of the purchase only, if it is ready to be used at that point. The blessing on the items that are not yet complete, such as suit, that must be tailored before it can be worn, is recited before the first use, not at the time of the purchase. So, okay. So meaning the thing must be in existence. So this car, for example, they say, no, we're going to bring, you're going to get it tomorrow. So you pay money today, but we're going to get it tomorrow. No problem. Or they're going to deliver to your house, right? So that's also good. Right, some dealership I saw, like sometimes I see neighbors, they get in new cars and they have delivery to their house. Very interesting. Okay, I mean not neighbor, like I saw it 3 times in past so many years. Okay, so we finished. Any questions on what we said on this Shehecheyanu Hatov Hametiv? Okay, so we can. Yes, go ahead. Please go ahead.
So the Hatov Hametiv blessing, do we make up on something that other people are going to benefit from constantly?
No, no. So for example, so you bought a car, family car. So you drive it to work every day, right? So for example, on Sunday you're going to visit your family to a picnic or something. So everybody would enjoy this car only once a week. So that doesn't matter. So you still say the blessing. Yeah, that's what the question. Or? Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Yes. Any other questions before we continue? Okay. So, halacha number 8. When does one when one dons newly acquired garment for the first time, he recites the following blessing. I'm going to skip the beginning. Oh, okay. So, King of the Universe, who clothed the naked. What is it in Hebrew? Malbish Arumim. So that's actually the blessing that we say, one of the blessings that we say in the morning, in one of the morning blessings, right? Who clothes the naked. Very interesting. So one more time, when one dons the newly acquired garment for the first time, he recites the following blessing: who clothes the naked. Commentary. If the Shehecheyanu blessing is recited when the garment is worn for the first time and not at the time of the purchase, it is recited after the blessing Malbish Arumim, Mishnah Brura. So it's very interesting. So you purchase yourself a garment. Somehow I completely forgot about it. That's the problem. So that's the problem. We say you have to review. So don't rely on your memory. So I knew to say Shehecheyanu, but to this Malbish Arumim, I completely forgot. So okay, so meaning you say who clothes the naked, and then Shehecheyanu meaning you thank HaShem who gave you life and give you opportunity to live to this day. Okay, continue. Even if the is a later in the day, and he is already recited the blessing Malbish Arumim in the morning as a part of the morning blessings, he should recite the blessing again when putting on the garment for the first time. So as we said, this blessing is a part of the morning blessings. All of this like Birchas Hashachar, we call it morning blessings, and so that blessing was in general, like you bless Hashem in general for clothing the naked. It's in general, but here it's a specific that he gave you this clothing. Okay. However, if he donned the garment in the morning, and he will recite the blessing Malbish Arumim as a part of the morning blessing, while wearing the garment for the first time, then he discharged the obligation with that recitation of this blessing. So very interesting. So, but if you don this garment in the morning before this morning blessing, okay, so then this Malbish Arumim, meaning the clothing, the naked, is covered. So meaning you say only once. If you're going to don this garment later on, so you say later on. So usually, and we said it a few times, but I have to remind. So it's the most proper way to wear garments is in honor of Shabbos or holidays. So even though maybe it's not as fancy, right? But like even if it's not as fancy, so wear in a house, maybe not in synagogue, but in a house for women, it's always appropriate, but they do not usually go to synagogue. So that's you just say that's in honor of Shabbos. You do it Friday night or you do it for Shabbos day, doesn't matter, right? So that's very important, right? To wear new garments to show the biggest respect to Shabbos first, or holidays, whatever you prefer. Then you can use it for regular weekday, but the first is the most important, how you wear it. Continue. Some authorities say that when one purchases a hat, when he places it on his head for the first time, he should recite the blessing, Hoter Israel Besifara, who crowns Israel with splendor. Right? So it's also from the morning blessing. So splendor is like a crown or something. The hat is referred to as a keser. Yeah, keser. No, not keser. Keser is a crown. Be'er, splendor. Okay. No problem. So hat. So yeah. So hat. For many men wear a hat, like second hat covering. Is it required by halacha? No, but halacha says so. If you used to wearing the hat, so for not normally, right? So you would be required to put your hat, for example, when you say Birchas Hamazon, and when you usually wear a jacket, for example, right? For Birchas Hamazon, you would be required the jacket, and for a praying, even in house, you would require a hat and a jacket. Okay, so. Continue. Similarly, for a new belt, he should recite the blessing Otzer Israel Bigvura. So it's also from the morning blessing, who girds Israel with strength. Commentary. Both of these blessings are also recited in daily morning blessings, right? So for a new belt. Okay, again, if belt is something like special for you, if it's you have 10 belts and this is number 11, so of course, most likely, unless you're excited. Okay. Some disagree and maintain that the blessing are not be recited when wearing newly acquired hat or belt. Okay. So about garments, like everybody agree, but disagreements only about hat and belt. Maybe because they see it's not something important, I guess. Therefore, to avoid the situation of dispute obligation of the blessing, it is best to wear this item for the first time in the morning. So Kitzur gives us a solution. So the problem is because when you say the blessing, you say Hashem's name and the fact that He's King of the universe. So in some cases, we will see, like if you in a case of doubt, you just skip that, skip the Hashem's name, right, and the fact that he's a king of the universe. But in this case, we don't. That's the complete blessing. So since there are authorities who dispute whether you should do it for a belt or a hat, so do it before you pray in Shacharis. Just wear it for, I don't know, for whatever time, and that's it. You can remove if you want to. So again, it's only for men. For women, since they can do the blessings later, so it's a little different. Okay, continue. Mm, So, okay, 1 second. Therefore, it is best to wear these items for the first time in the morning, as we said, and intend to discharge the obligation to recite special blessing for the item with recitation of these blessings that are recited in usual arrangement in the morning blessing. So you say it anyway, but now you're wearing belt, so you have this belt in mind. Okay. One purchases a new talus for himself. Then after fixing tzitzis upon it, he should recite Shehecheyanu blessing. So usually we already buy the talus with the tzitzis. Okay. So meaning he's saying here, meaning affixed tzitzis, meaning you complete the garment. So talus, maybe you're not an expert, you cannot weave it, but you bought it from somebody else. But tzitzis you can hang. Okay, so let's see. Tie the tzitzis. Commentary. When one buys a talus before tzitzis tassel are attached, he cannot recite the blessing at the time of the purchase. For at that time it is incomplete and not ready to wear. So meaning it's actually forbidden to wear. So if you have a talus, if you have a four corner garment, you're required to attach tzitzis. So until you attach tzitzis, it's an invalid garment. Okay. Therefore, the blessing is deferred until it is completed. Okay. So Mishnah Berurah 22:1. So as we said before, Kitzur said, so if it's not, or commentary say, if the garment is not completed yet, or like tailor is still working it, so you don't say the blessing until it's completed. One who buys talus complete with tzitzis should recite blessing when he buys it. So a talus is usually like a big purchase, even though it's not that expensive. I mean, it's not that expensive. But usually people get stuck with their talism, and sometimes they do not take care of it, right? And some do not wash it. Actually, I washed mine, and it was very big mistake, right? We should have get it to the dry cleaner. Don't wash your talus. That's not a good idea. But people usually get stuck because they can last for many years. Even maybe they're little dirty, maybe this and maybe the spots, but they're very durable. And it's not like you're doing anything like any work in them. So only praying. So continue. Regarding the Talas Katan, Rabbi Moshe Feinstein in Igdas Moshe Orach Chaim Volume 3, Paragraph 80, rules that today, since most people do not consider new Talas Katan to be noteworthy garment, because the garment itself is not valuable, one does not recite Shehecheyanu when wearing for the first time. So Rabbi Moshe Zatzal says that the Talas Katan that we wear on our body, so it's not valuable. I would say based on a money base, it is valuable. If you buy good quality, it would cost you like $60 today, $55, $60. So it's not that cheap, right? So you can buy a suit for $100, let's say, right? Okay. Maybe if a person buy a cheaper one, like maybe cotton or something, so of course it's much cheaper. Okay, but good quality, like wool with wool, It's $55, $60. Okay. So continue. If he did not recite the blessing at this point, he should recite the Shehecheyanu the first time he wraps himself in a new talis. After, okay, so a minute we switch into the big talis. Oh, I apologize. This small talis, it was it's from commentary. So Kitzur is on the big talis. So he said Shehecheyanu at this point. First time he wraps himself in a new talis. After reciting the blessing of Lechateif Batzitzis, to wrap oneself in tzitzis. So let me explain. So there are different customs between Ashkenazim and Sfaradim. So Sfaradim, it also depends on what kind. For some of them started wearing talis, I think from 9 years old, or even earlier, right? Yemenites, I think maybe even earlier. Some of them, some Sfaradim from 13 after Bar Mitzvah. And Ashkenazi custom not to wear talis, but the big one, until somebody gets married. So you can see right away who's married, who's not. So maybe he's 67. He's still not married. Okay, maybe he's okay. See, he's not married. Okay, so but so usually when you have this when you have this chuppah going it's still during the daytime, so there's some would put the talis on the wedding day. So it's first he got married, he's getting married, right? So it's a first opportunity, right, to do this mitzvah. It's very interesting. So he said the blessing. Okay, so again, first he said blessing on wrapping himself in talis, Hishkaif Batzitzis, and then Shehecheyanu. Shehecheyanu meaning because he's only going to benefit. Okay. Any questions before we continue? Yes, go ahead, please.
So my Siddur says that in regards to this blessing, Oter Yisrael Batifaha, that it is represented by the kippah. I mean, the crown or the sort of the royalty that the blessing is referring to is represented by the kippah. So I was wondering if we should make this blessing upon buying a new kippah.
No. Nobody says on the kippah. Kippah is very cheap. Very insignificant. You understand? So we're going to say it's a hat. So people can buy hat and wear for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I mean, if it's good quality. You understand? But kippahs, usually people change multiple times. You understand? So it's not significant. Same with the shorts. If a person very poor and he has only 2 shorts, and now he saved up money and now he bought the 3rd short, he would say the blessing. But if a person has 14 shorts and plus 2 more, so it's not significant. You understand? So for example, we cannot wash every day for whatever reason. So that's why I have more shorts. You understand? They're not to wash only once in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. That's it. So it's not a big deal to buy a new shirt. Okay. So continue. No, not 3 weeks, but once every 2 weeks. But some people maybe wash it's all waste of time. So time is so valuable. So and I see how people waste this time. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Okay. So for example, if you can order online in like I don't know whatever sugar, so anyway you're going to eat sugar, so not to go to the store, coffee or whatever, just put it in your house and like stuff it and whatever, so you don't have to go to the store just because you ran out of the coffee. Just do it, right? Time is so valuable. Continue. Number 9. One who purchases items that will be used for himself and members of his household recites the blessing Hatov Hametiv, since others will share benefit of the new items with him. Okay, so I mean, in whatever is it, you bought food processor, you bought microwave, right? So you say this blessing. 34. So coming to him, if he purchased garments for himself and other garments for the members of the family, he recites Shehecheyanu for the clothing that they purchased for himself, and Hatov HaMeitiv for those purchased for the family members. So it's very interesting, very, very interesting. So they went shopping, or maybe shop online, right, which is preferable, and they bought many things, many clothing, garments, right? Some for himself, some for his kids, for the wife, right? For others, members of the family, let's say, right? So he says Shehecheyanu on his own clothing, and Hatov HaMeitiv on other members of his family clothing. Why that? Because he benefits from them. So because the family is clothed. So that's amazing. Okay, continue. So in this case, two blessings. The garments purchased for the family members won the blessing Hatov HaMeitiv, even when only one individual will wear them. For the head of the household also derives pleasure from the fact that his family well dressed. Mishnah Berurah 2:3-19. So you bought something for your wife, so and you enjoy. And you enjoy this your new dress, right? So even though you're not going to wear, but you enjoy it. So it's good for her and good for you. So both of you enjoy. Very simple. Continue. One who purchased engagement ring for the bride should recite Shehecheyanu at the time of the purchase, for he enjoys the fact that the ring is a ring to give to her. When the bride received it, she recites Shehecheyanu for the pleasure she derives from it. And she also recites Hatov HaMeitiv because her groom too benefits from the fact that she now has engagement ring. Okay, it's from Igras Moshe. Even HaEzer, volume 4. Okay, so let's read this again. That's complicated. In some societies, like in the States, like people they're crazy about these diamond rings, and it's unbelievable. And people even this girl knows that the guy cannot afford. He's avrech. He's in call. He's working in I don't know, in some not such high payable job, and she expects the rings. Why diamonds? Because I mean, of course, it's like spoiled, right? Because her girlfriends got it, so now they have to brag about the rings. Unfortunately, that's not our way, but there is such a thing exists. Unfortunately, right? And men feel like pressure that they have to buy the ring, and then pearls and. Okay, so one more time. One who purchases an engagement ring for the bride should recite Shehecheyanu. Okay, and at the time of the purchase. Okay, so meaning Shehecheyanu for him, he spends so much money. Yes, he would say Shehecheyanu. For he enjoys the fact that has a ring to give to her. Okay, so I mean he enjoyed the fact that the ring to give to her. When the bride receives it, she recites Shehecheyanu for the pleasure she derives from it. Okay, and she also recites Hatov HaMeitiv because her groom too benefits from the fact that she now has an engagement ring. So she said Shehecheyanu because she is going to enjoy it, and she said the second blessing. So it's very important. So as we remember, there is a Hashem's name involved, so we have to be very careful. But Igros Moshe said she said two blessings. First for herself, and then Hatov Hametiv, meaning that she's going to enjoy it, and the groom also enjoyed this blessing. In my mind, it's a waste of money. All these rings, they cost thousands of dollars, and there is no need to do that. I mean, spend on some holy things, not on these stupid diamonds, right? Okay, so let me check time quickly. Okay, I guess we can stop here.